What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Third Round Picks podcast. I know I say this every time we take a break, but it has been a while.
No, it's really been.
It's been quite a bit, yeah. We're in the playoffs now, as you know, and it has gone, at least for me, not in the direction that I expected it to go. So we will hit probably every point ever. So hope you like longer videos because this will probably be one.
Buckle in, folks. I'm gonna go first because I watched the end of that. The Cavs looked like not even kind of in the realm of the Pacers. I don't even know.
A crazy sentence.
I really thought that there was gonna be. It took some Donovan Mitchell heroic 3 moon balls, and they were within like 8. I like the body language, like. Pacers just believe in themselves, man. It was just good for them. Love it. If they go to the finals, I would think that would be really cool. But I don't know. I don't know if they'll beat the Knicks. But I thought that series blows me away. The fact that it was in 5. Maybe they had the slight edge, but 5 is crazy.
I mean, first of all, prayers up for Jason Tatum, torn Achilles. Yeah. But I did not expect the Pacers to go out and stomp the Cavs. Like, in 5 games is ridiculous for how good the Cavs played this regular season. But that just goes to show you, like, regular season does not mean anything when it comes to the playoffs. No. Like, the Warriors were a play-in team, kind of. It got techie there, but they're down 3-1 right now to the Timberwolves, so not a great example. But exactly. So I think for the Cavs series, it really came down to their role players playing their role, and it just didn't.
Yeah. I agree. All right, computer. What are the numbers?
Yeah, well, it went exactly how I expected. No, I'm just kidding.
I predicted.
I didn't think the Pacers were that good. Like, I didn't believe in them. Starting the playoffs, like, that is not a team I even thought about, to be honest. Like, it just didn't even cross my mind. Like, I was like, oh, they're in it? Okay. Which I'm embarrassed about now, because they're good. I should have trusted Carlisle more. He's a great coach. He won with Dirk in that year where they went through, like, everyone.
Oh, the 2011 one? Was he the coach?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay.
Lakers with Kobe, like after the two-peat, like, so I should have thought about that more. But yeah, no, he's a great coach. They're just like a really balanced team. Like, they really did a good job of building that team without like a superstar, you know. Like, they have a lot of good players, like a couple all-star level guys, and then just like great role players. And I don't know, it's kind of nice to see a team that just kind of has like a good solid team, not like top heavy with like 2 superstars and then a bunch of guys. Like, they just all work together well. Like, they pass super well. So I'm
rooting for him.
Caleb, I'm a Nuggets fan right now for Caleb, but I feel like if they get knocked out, like I kind of want to root for the Pacers. Like, I don't know, it's like a kind of a cool underdog type of team.
I think they're good for basketball if they win. I think it's good for basketball to show that you can have like one good star and, like you said, the role players. Because I think these super teams, these like huge names, because Halliburton's a big name, but he's not, he's not up there.
He got voted most overrated.
Yeah, exactly. I think to piggyback on what you're saying, Seth, is I think it would be good for basketball if a team like this wins, like a 2011 Mavericks, where you're like, there's no way. Because then they'll probably go against OKC in the finals, and that'll be another Cinderella, like David and Goliath kind of. Be cool.
Would be. I am rooting for the Knicks right now, though. I'm not gonna lie. Aside from the Jason Tatum injury, the fact that they came back down 22 games in a row, and almost did it the third time, and now they're up 3-1. I'm a Celtics hater, but I wouldn't be upset at the Knicks making it to the finals.
Random question. Who won the trade, Timberwolves or Knicks, since they're both up 3-1?
definitely the Knicks.
Yeah.
Because if you put the Timberwolves down 20 against the Warriors, they're not making a comeback in the slightest. The Celtics are, like, up here. You know what I mean? Like, if you can come back down 20 against them, you're probably good enough to at least have a chance in the finals.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with Carl. I also think, like, the Knicks got better from the trade, and I think the Timberwolves are kind of just similar to what they were last year. Like, I think Randall's playing a little better than Towns did in the playoffs, but the Wolves did make the conference finals last year, and the Knicks
True.
like now seem to be like they would not beat the Celtics last year.
No.
So, yeah, I think like they got a little more out of it, but it's so much of it is Brunson. Brunson's been killing it.
Hey, Cat's been putting in his work too.
Yeah.
He's been doing a little extra zesty this playoffs, but
Oh my
but
god.
oh my god. But no, I think actually I can't really say anything about any one particular person in that on that team because like Bridges with the steal and the block in the first two games. OG's been playing great defense, shooting pretty decently.
Yeah.
Even Mitchell Robinson's been better than I had expected. So that whole team's really just put together well. Going back to the Cavs though, did Kenny Atkinson, that's the Cavs coach?
Yeah.
Did he deserve Coach of the Year, knowing how they played in the playoffs?
I don't think even if he didn't know how he did in the playoffs, I still don't think he does because they were already a really good team. I think Detroit guys should have gotten it, if anyone.
I was gonna say that too.
Like you can't go from like literally the worst, arguably one of the worst teams ever, to go into the playoffs. That I just felt like that's a no-brainer to me, and it kind of goes on that like most improved player award where they take a star that just went from star to all-star and they give it to him instead of a guy that just made a huge jump. And I think it should be who made the biggest jump or did the most for their team instead of just, oh, this guy had the number one record. But that's just me.
No, I completely agree. I think it should have been. They literally had the longest losing streak of all time.
30, right? Like,
And then we're a good team this year. Like
yeah. They almost kind of beat the Knicks. Like,
yeah, 7 games.
Two of those weird calls, like, they could have gone either way.
Yeah.
They should have called that foul on that three that one game.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that. I mean, it was impressive what the Cavs did, don't get me wrong.
Of course.
It's impressive what the Thunder did as well. But, yeah, it's like what you said. It's like most improved player. You want to give it to a team that literally, or I guess a coach that literally brought them from nothing to the top. That's like having the Wizards coach. You know how bad the Wizards are. It's like if the Wizards ended up the 4th seed next year, there would be no doubt that that coach would be Coach of the Year,
Seeing how it went
regardless
this
of
year,
what their record is.
I think there would be a lot of doubt. I don't think I would bet money that you would get it. Like,
Look,
they'd be like, oh, the Celtics for still being good.
yeah, pretty much. But yeah, I definitely think that JB Bickerstaff should have gotten it.
Yeah. And because of his interviews, man. That guy's passionate. When he threw that fit,
So is
about the
Mazzulla.
SGA, oh my goodness. He threw his stuff, threw it on the mic, got fined. I respected that man after that day.
No, this.
All right, so do you want to move on to Warriors? Save the creme de la creme.
You mean how playoff Jimmy decided to retire out of nowhere? Because bro did not show up last game.
No, he did not. In the game before, I watched him miss 6 layups in a row.
He's got that Rudy Gobert vibe going right now. Except Rudy's doing decently, actually.
I think Seth's. I was high on the trade, and Seth was a little lower. He was like, because what did you say? Like he's done this so many times in a row. Like there's bound to be a year where he's not gonna. But it's And I think this is it. What is he, 34?
He's 35, I think.
35,
like,
yeah.
He's at that age. Like I mean, to be fair, like if Curry had been healthy, I think they probably win the series.
Oh,
so it's
yeah.
hard to say. But like he obviously can't carry on his own anymore, which is unfair to think he needed to do that. But he just needed to get them one win at least, and he couldn't do it, unfortunately.
Because they're losing tomorrow.
Yeah, Curry's not playing. They're done, which just like that is a rough injury in the grand scheme of things. Like this might have been their last shot together. Like Draymond and him and Kerr, and I was like, ugh. Like to go out with just a hamstring injury and not even have a chance, like that's sad.
Yeah, so Curry's this last 5 games, though, I do think, he does give them a huge advantage for spacing and whatnot, but he definitely, like, he didn't look as great before he got injured. You know what I mean? Like, when I would watch him, his threes were, like, he chucks them, and you're like, oh, yeah, he's going to make that. But, yeah, if you look at his last 5, he shot pretty good splits, 50 from 2, 50, 40, 30, 25 from 3. But, the highest he's scored in the last 5 games is 29. He's put up 13, 13, and 7. So it's like, I don't know. I think I'm finally seeing him, instead of all-time greatness, he's just really, really good. If that makes sense. So.
I mean, he's still Wardell, Stephen Curry.
He still is Wardell, yeah. Not Warriors fans, I'm not saying anything bad about this man. He is probably the GOAT point guard. Don't hate me. Flight, okay?
Seth, as a Lakers fan who had Magic Johnson, how do you feel about that quote?
Yeah, I mean, I think Magic's the best point guard, but Steph's like a combo guard, I would say. But he's the best shooter of all time, so that might make you the best player. Like I don't think it's crazy.
Did Magic change the game? I know he saved it, but did he change it as much? I hate that argument. I'm just using it. Devil's advocate.
First, like big point, like I feel like big point guard like that kind of did. That's like how we got all those like point forwards afterward and stuff.
Valid.
But Steph changed it more probably in the long run. So that makes sense.
Arguably bad way too.
Yeah, I don't know if that would be a whole nother video.
Yeah.
But do you think do the Timberwolves have a chance against either the Nuggets or the Thunder?
The Nuggets, yes, not the Thunder.
Okay.
I think they sweep the Nuggets.
You think they sweep the Nuggets?
Is crazy.
Sweep
What?
the Nuggets.
Sweep is
What?
crazy.
Sweep.
What? No.
Are you sure you're a Nuggets fan?
No.
I am.
Why would they sweep the Nuggets?
Because the Nuggets, if we beat OKC, it's in 7, and have it back-to-back 7-game series. We've played 20 games in the last 30 days or something stupid like that. Like, they're dead, bro. Every game I watch them, they're like, please, no more basketball. Like, they're done.
Sweep though?
They're losing this game on some crazy crap. They're winning in Denver and losing in 7, and then OKC will beat the Timberwolves. But yeah, no. There's just like a psychological thing with the Wolves. They beat us all 4 times in the regular season. Like I don't think we can beat them.
Rudy would probably, or not Rudy, Nas might even lock down Jokic for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot, but enough. And the Nuggets are winning currently at halftime, so.
By 2 points.
8. I'm pretty sure they haven't led by halftime in any of these games, so.
Alright, so this is in response to OKC Game 1, so.
Grain of salt.
Yeah. I said, they say that beauty is in the beholder, so as it is in sports. You may say just a guy wearing 32 hitting a game winner for his team, but I see a little brother wearing his late older brother's number, reliving hitting a shot in his backyard with a gleam in his eye, knowing he won. Not just for him and not just in that backyard, but for his brother and for his newfound brothers. Carry on, Gordon. The world is watching.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Woke up at 3 a.m. and was like, and then just went back to sleep. Because I'm the older brother, and if I ever died, I'd want to be immortalized with the jersey and going on a crazy playoff run. That would be pretty cool.
But Aaron Gordon might be a sleeper if the Nuggets somehow win the finals. I would not be opposed to Aaron Gordon getting finals MVP. Hot take, and I said if they somehow win. But
They're not even going.
You don't know that.
I do.
You don't.
I do.
Look, the Thunder season series ended 2-2, all right? Which is where they're at currently. But they swapped those games. It was Nuggets, Thunder, Nuggets, Thunder. If they keep that same rhythm, it's Nuggets in 7. I'm just saying. And if the Nuggets can get past the Thunder, they're making it to the finals.
Seth, do you agree?
I think it all depends on this game right now, which as of now, what I'm looking at is 66-63 Nuggets. But it's hard to make predict. It's this game. The Nuggets win this game, they probably win in 6.
In 6?
Yeah, they win in Denver. They win this game, then they win in Denver.
I haven't learned anything
will be
from
so
this.
scared. They're going to be like, I think Denver will be so confident going into Game 6. Like they'll be ready.
They literally could have won. Yes, Sunday. Like that was so obtainable.
Yeah.
I'll forever be mad, even if we win the series. Always be mad about the game.
I think the Timberwolves are just hard to predict. I don't even know what they're gonna do. Like I could see them. Like last year, they looked so good, and then they got to the conference finals and were terrible. So I don't even know. Like they're a weird team, man.
They won't do that again, though.
High, but they just like sometimes don't show up, and I don't feel confident picking them to do anything. Because last year I thought they were so good, and like I don't know what happened against Dallas. I have no idea what that was.
So right now, as it is, for the content, Carl hot take.
Nuggets to finals.
Nuggets to finals. Seth on the East. You got Knicks or Pacers? Because we kind of know, all right? We know.
I would like to clarify. I said if they can make it to the finals. I did not say they would. I said if. You may continue.
Yeah, Knicks or Pacers? Oh my god. I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna have to. Oh my god, that's gonna go 7. That's gonna go 7. I think.
Oh,
those teams are even.
I'm watching those games.
It's so even. I think in 7, I'm gonna go with the Knicks because I think Brunson is a little bit better of a closer than anything the Pacers have. Although Halliburton's been doing a good job of it. But I think Brunson's like he's the guy who could drop 45 in a game 7. I don't think the Pacers have anyone that could do that.
Yeah, that's valid.
But
Yeah. Halliburton could end up with 28 assists, though.
he could. No, he's really good. That series is a toss-up, man. But if I had to pick the Knicks.
I don't remember what the exact numbers are, but I think I saw that the Pacers were one of the first in a while teams to score 40%.
Yeah.
They're one of the few ones to have like 40% 3% shooting and 50% field goal in multiple games in a series. And I think that they really played really well against the Cavs. But that the 3 falls and then it doesn't. Like, I think that they're going to have a couple bad stinkers against the Knicks. And I agree with Seth. I think Brunson has that really reliable fourth quarter game that when the 3 isn't falling, he's just going to be at the free throw line. So, I agree. I think I have Knicks in 6. Just because it sounds cool.
It does sound pretty cool.
Lakers in 5, Knicks in 6.
I'd probably say Knicks in 6. I just think their defense, when it comes to OG and Bridges, like I feel like that'll make more of a difference than because like the Pacers don't really have great defense. Like they've got Turner, Siakam can play some defense, but like when it comes to Halliburton and Brunson, it's essentially watching them to just either score or assist because they don't play defense that well.
No.
But like the Pacers against the Cavs, like the Cavs don't really have anyone that's that great defensively, with the exception of Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. But if you've got like some of your better players guarded by actual defenders, both off the bench and starting, it's going to be a little bit harder to score. But based on how Halliburton's been playing this whole series or this whole playoff run, it's not going to matter for him. But I could see Siakam or Turner even like getting completely shut down, and that'll be the turning point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they have a favorable matchup. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that'd be good. That'd be really good. Both sides, man. Wolves, OKC, and Knicks, Pacers. They're gonna be good. It's gonna be good basketball.
Yeah, Wolves Nuggets is gonna be fun.
I was thinking Warriors Nuggets would be fun.
That's the one I really want. That's the one I really.
I
want.
wish.
I would actually have confidence in that one. If it was Warriors
That
Nuggets, Jokic
That'd be
against Loon.
Yeah.
Sorry. Looney, I have the most respect for you, buddy. I love that you changed your game when you got injured. You work hard, and I have a lot of respect for you. But Jokic is barbecuing your ass.
You know Draymond would be guarding him the whole game.
That's true. But when he's not, Loon,
Yeah.
barbecue.
That'd be so poetic, though. The Warriors to come back down 3-1 when they were the ones that got,
Yes,
that'd be
that's
poetic.
true.
I'll say, if Jimmy can get them to steal one game, if they can just win that one more, they haven't ruled Steph out of Game 6.
No, they haven't. They said he'd come back.
So, I don't know.
The Timberwolves are weak. Like, once they kind of get chunked down a little bit, like, they're great when they're up, but when they're not very good.
Yeah, win that one game, and you never know.
All it takes is Ant to miss, 4 threes and Randall to have a rough game, and their confidence just plummets.
Ant was 0 for 11 at a half the other day, and I was like...
Yeah.
That's pretty
And
rough.
they were only up 1. I was like, what happened, Warriors? Anyways. Alright, we're tangenting. What's next, girl?
Is the NBA draft rigged?
Yes.
Clickbait title. I don't care. Clip it, don't clip it, I don't care.
Yeah, it's rigged, 100%.
How did Nico Harrison get bailed out this hard?
I think that the league did not want that man to be murdered. He sold his soul and said, please. He got on his knees to Adam Silver and said, I will do whatever it takes. Do not let me die. 1.8%, Carl? 1.8? Yeah.
All because they won a coin toss
Yeah, because
against the Hawks.
Against the Hawks, right? Dude, if I'm the Hawks, if they had Iceman with the carpet hair, what?
Trae Young.
Trae Young, thank you. Trae Young and Cooper Flag.
That team still wouldn't do much, though. But if you think about it, first of all, the Wizards and the Jazz have been screwed so many times.
Good.
Oh, the Wizards, bro. The poor Wizards.
The Wizards don't
And
deserve
even the
anything.
Hornets.
I saw that Philadelphia had a higher chance. I was like, please do not let Flag go to Philly. No.
Okay.
Then he'd
But
just be
that
injured.
would be such a fire team.
You just get injured all the time. There's something in that water,
Yes.
bro. There's something in
Fair
that
enough.
water.
Fair enough.
They get a
But
rookie
could you
and just
imagine-
died. He danced
Could
his
you
way to...
imagine, a healthy Jared McCain, a healthy Tyrese Maxey, Cooper Flag, Joel Embiid?
Oh, dude.
That'd be a fire team.
It would be really good. The defense
Yeah.
would be nuts.
But going to the Mavericks more than likely.
Yeah.
Seth, is it rigged?
I don't. I could see the argument. I don't think it doesn't really make sense for it to be rigged because the Mavs were supposed to make the playoffs before Kyrie got hurt. So like it couldn't have been rigged like when they made the trade because they just weren't even supposed to be bad. But I don't know. I mean, I wanted the Spurs to get the number one. I wanted to see Flag and Wemby. That would have been amazing.
Oh.
I would have been so excited for that. I'm honestly not that excited for the Mavs because I just feel like they don't have any other young players. So it's kind of just like, or at least like young star players. So I feel like it's just gonna be like Cooper, a couple older guys that are gonna slowly decline, and then he's just gonna kind of be on his own. It's just like I don't know, having like him and another like super young superstar would have been awesome. So I was
him and Castle.
Man, right? Castle,
That was so cool. Wemby.
With Fox for a couple years, and like I don't know, man. Like that would have been awesome.
Someone
Like I was like I'm like the Mavs like they just like you don't deserve that after doing a stupid trade. Like come on.
What I was gonna say is it was a Luka, like because Luka when he was drafted had Dirk,
Yeah.
not a bunch of young guys. Mm-hmm. Now Cooper's essentially doing the same thing, except it's Kyrie, Anthony Davis, and Klay Thompson.
Can we compare Davis to Dirk?
No, not the slightest. But I'm saying he's an older forward.
I like where you're going. This is good.
For me, it's the Kyrie injury that ruins it. Like that actually could have been a really good team if Kyrie wasn't hurt. Kyrie healthy, Cooper, AD. Like Clay off the bench, you know, Christie, Gafford, Lively, like that injury just sucks. Like I mean, it's still a dumb trade, but like because they got so lucky, like I guess I don't know, but that would have been a pretty cool team.
So you don't think that the NBA said if you trade Luka for the views?
Nah, it doesn't make sense because they were supposed to be good after the trade. Like they would have made the playoffs if Kyrie didn't get hurt. It's like it doesn't like I don't think they would have.
Would they have?
Yeah, I think so. If AD didn't get because AD is the one who got hurt like immediately.
I mean I think Kyrie would have helped him a lot, but
I don't know.
They sucked.
I think they could have. I think if that team was healthy with Kyrie and AD, I think they would have. I'd have to look at what the standings were. I don't know.
You think Clay leaves?
100%.
He should retire. He's got like one more year, and I think he's got to retire.
All right.
He just needs to. He essentially needs to just play that like Udonis Haslem role. Just come off like deep bench, try to mentor as much as possible, and then call it good.
Yeah, I agree.
I'd like him to finish with the Warriors, though. Just do like 1 year just finish off like Curry, Draymond, and him all retire the same year in like a year or two. Just kind of let it. I don't know.
They should do that, but also with Kevin Durant.
But also Kevin Durant.
Speaking of Kevin Durant, you think we getting rid of him or what?
Yeah. That's my bet. You have to. I think you have to.
Yeah. Yeah. Get rid
Question is where though, and for what? Is he
Giannis.
going to Houston?
Giannis.
I would
Durant.
love that so much.
Milwaukee would never.
I would be okay if we traded Bradley Beal and Kevin Durant for Giannis and Dame, and I don't even really like recent Dame. I would be okay with that.
I saw a trade for the Nuggets for Dame and Giannis and a first-round pick for DeAndre Jordan. And I love that, personally. I think that
Would you have to throw in Hunter Tyson, though?
No, it's literally just DeAndre Jordan for Dame and fucking Giannis. I was like, who did this?
No.
I don't think you could give DeAndre to the team.
Yeah, you guys.
Hear me out. Seth, let me know if this is logical or not. Michael Porter Jr., Julian Strawther, and a pick for Kevin Durant.
I think you need another player.
Give us a point guard or something. I don't know.
Giving up the pick with Strawther and yeah, I feel like the Nuggets would want to take back like one other player, right, Caleb? You think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because
You guys
no
can have
offense to
Bol Bol.
Durant, but he's not.
Getting old.
Yeah. Him
But
and
that's a
Yoke
good-
though,
Yeah.
that would be really cool.
Yeah.
That would be really.
I feel
cool.
like that would be kind of similar to like if Melo was still on the Nuggets.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's like the type of generational separation that would be. intriguing.
Westbrook would have to leave.
I'll take Westbrook too. I don't care.
What a story if Westbrook and Durant were back together.
They wouldn't waste it on the Denver market though.
They should.
They're not that
For all the
stupid.
stuff that Jokic has done.
I know it's.
You think he finishes his career off in Thunder or on the Thunder? Because I've seen that going around too. Kevin Durant, not Jokic.
Oh, he goes to the Thunder.
Yeah, I've seen some trade
Oh
packages
my
for it, and I'm
God,
like, that doesn't
Kevin
sound
Durant.
fair for anyone.
If he does that again, I mean, it would be kind of cool if he goes to OKC after they have this really crazy year. They win the finals, and then he joins them, and they go back to back. That would be cool for like all 15 OKC fans. But for the rest of us, I don't think we would want to see that. Like, we still are mad about him joining the Warriors. I still am. Like, I thought it was like clickbait when I first read it. Like, why would no? He didn't do that. Who?
Yeah.
That was more traumatizing than LeBron going to Miami.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like, oh, this is one of the best teams ever, and now they have Kevin Durant. What did they even give up? I don't even remember. Not a lot, right?
They
One of
just
them-
signed him.
They just signed
One
him,
of
right?
them was iHeart, Lou Dort, I think one other player, and 3 picks. For Kevin Durant, someone else, and that's practically it.
I just don't think OKC needs to do anything like that. I feel like you just keep the same team, maybe trade a couple of your picks for like some other good role player, and you're fine. But I also like don't even really. Maybe you know more, Carl, because you're like in Phoenix. You hear more about it. Like I don't really understand what Durant wants. Like, is he like demanding to go to like a great team? I know he like didn't even want to get traded to the Warriors. Like I don't really understand like what he wants. Like, I don't really get it.
I don't understand either. At first, he said he didn't want to be traded, and then the trade rumors started. He's like, I'm not going back to the Warriors.
Yeah.
I think, though, he's working closely, so he has, like, specific trade destinations that he wants to go to, and I think we'll probably fulfill that instead of just shipping him off to, like, Washington. But I don't know what his preferences are. I would assume probably like a contender, like probably the Rockets. I wouldn't be surprised if he went to Detroit, honestly.
I've seen that. I've seen Detroit. Detroit is.
It's a little far out there, but I could see it.
Yeah.
Detroit. You said Houston. I feel like that, when I think about it, that seems the most realistic to me.
I like Houston the most.
Houston
Probably.
for what? For Jalen Green or something?
That's mainly what it was. Yeah, I think it was Jalen Green.
Sengun.
Definitely
You got to keep
I
him.
wish.
You got to keep that guy.
Yeah.
I would take Jabari Smith though,
Yeah.
but yeah, definitely Jalen Green is the main trade piece. Which honestly, I don't hate. Like having him at the 1 and Book at the 2, that'd be pretty fire.
Good shooting.
Bradley Beal off the bench.
I kind of think Van Fleet might leave. I don't know why. Just, I feel like, they paused his contract. And he did play pretty well. But I think he might think he deserves more money than he should get at his age. And go somewhere else. And I wouldn't be
He is a
surprised.
champion.
He is. On arguably the least legit championship of the last 20 years. Raptors.
I don't know about least legit. They worked there. They worked
Up until,
hard.
but the Warriors, like, they died. Like, they just, I don't know. Hot take.
Championship's a championship. Nobody says anything about the bubble run anymore. No offense.
Nah, I think people say that.
Yeah, no, I see it all the time. And that one I disagree with wholeheartedly. I think that was some of the best basketball I've watched. Those guys were so zeroed in and locked in because that's all they could do is play basketball. James Harden couldn't go to the club. There was no club.